So, hello everybody. We are Nikki and Joachim. We are presenting jointly. Um, and so, welcome to the presentation of the University of Cologne. We separated a little bit. I start with the city, and there are also more information on the slides that I cover in my talk, so then you can look it up later. Well, Cologne, we think, is a great city to live in. It's in the heart of Europe, located at the Rhine River. It's very well connected. We have 3 international airports close by. You can easily reach London, Paris, and Berlin, like with a 4 or 5 hour of train ride. Cologne is one of the largest cities in Germany. About 1 million people live here. It has a huge history dating back to the Romans. Very famous cathedral, which you can see in the picture, and it's a lot of fun. We have carnival, we have a lot of theaters, arts, and music. It's a city which is very diverse, very rich, and very liberal. So, as foreigners, I feel like people are very happy to live in this city. It's also one of the oldest city in Europe. It's founded in 1388. It's the second largest university in Germany with 45,000 students. And it's also very well connected with research centers affiliated with the University of Cologne. The Master of Computational Sciences is within the Faculty of Math and Natural Sciences. We have about 200 professors and more than 60 study programs within the natural science. And that's very important for the Master of Computational Sciences because it's very interdisciplinary. And so you can tap into a very large pool of classes that fit your interest. The University of Cologne has an international office which helps you with application enrollment, with resident permits, also with networking and career services. It also has a student board. I mean, the students that organize themselves like international students, and that's good to network, to build friends. And for all the international students at the University of Cologne, they help you with housing and orientation. And there's also a department of German language at the University of Cologne where you can take German language classes if you like to do that. We have about 5,000 international students at the University of Cologne, and particularly in the computational sciences, there are 50% of our students international. So you will be like within a very international network of students and all like trying to make friends and finding colleagues and peers. So it's a very welcoming environment. And a little bit about the finances and the houses. There's no tuition fee, but there's a semester fee. That's 320 euros per semester, but includes public transportation throughout Germany in the public transport system. The cost of living are maybe in total about 1,000 euros per month, with rent in the order of 400 to 500 euros. And here are a list of useful links where you can find more about accommodation and things to help you getting set up. So this is about the city. Now I turn to Nikki.
Yes, I'll give some introduction about the study program. So what makes the Computational Sciences study program at University of Cologne special? Well, generally, we're really focusing in answering questions that come from natural sciences with computational methods. And there's lots of research and teaching expertise at the University of Cologne in both the specialization areas and the computational methods. So the goal is really to combine both the applied science fields with modern computational methods. Simulation and modeling tools is a really heavy aspect of the study program, but also mathematical method for data science. So that includes machine learning and artificial intelligence. The degree is a Master of Science. There's an application deadline, July 15th, but we'll get back to this a little later. So it's 120 credit points. That's classic for a master's. The curriculum is built in the following way. There's a core block that's common for the whole cohort that takes the study program. It's called Simulation and Modeling 1 and 2, each 9 credit points. So here the whole team is taking the course together to go through the different numerical methods, scientific computing methods, machine learning methods that are used independent of the specialization area. But then you see there's 18 credit point in more elective math and computer science course. So there's freedom to choose a specialization that's more interesting to you. But then the specialization area is really important with 30 credit point. There you choose a specialization area specifically at the start of the study program. And the rest is then literature seminar, project work in preparation of the master's thesis, and finally a master's thesis. And there's some freedom with supplementary module. Now comes the specialization area that are really a core identity part of the study program. There's 5 specialization area, and they're chosen for a reason. It's because we have really good expertise at the University of Cologne for those. So one of the specialization areas is computational astro and space physics. We'll talk about each one in more detail. Another is theoretical condensed matter physics. Then we have Earth system sciences, computational biology, and theoretical chemistry. So the idea is you select one of them and you'll focus on one of them and the scientific computing methods. And I give it to you.
Okay, thanks, Nikki. Now I say a few words about computational astro and space because I'm a space physicist. And like Nikki said, sort of the center of the computational sciences are the specialization areas with these techniques from numerical and data analysis methods. And these are we picked them because there's a very large pool of expertise and competence in these areas. And one is computational astro and space, and it's about the plasma environment around the planets, around the stars, the interstellar medium. And that's important for star formation. That's important for the planets. And we either model that with huge numerical simulations, or we use very large data sets from telescope or spacecraft, and then we usually run that on supercomputers to better understand the space and plasma environment around these planets. If you go into that specialization, then there are 2 classes which are mandatory. That's advanced astrophysics, and the other one is space physics. And then there's a very large pool of elective classes, so where you can build on the strength in astro and space physics. And in Cologne, the research specialization is star formation and space physics around the planets and the moon. And there it's a world-class research, like in all 5 actually. And then and this is where you then pick your research topic from. Another very strong area at the University of Cologne is theoretically condensed matters. That's quantum mechanic many-body systems, and that have a lot of quantum mechanical effects, which comes from this very large dimensionality. And this can be often very useful described by computer simulation that describe these many-body systems. And if you go into that area, the advanced quantum mechanics and computational many-bodies are the mandatory class, and then again, there's a huge pool of elective classes from that field. And in Cologne, condensed matter is a research topic. We are also working on algorithms for quantum computation, describing this many-body system, working on quantum computers and how to suppress errors in quantum computing. And so it's also a field with a very modern and looking and with great job prospects. Thank you.
And so if I continue, the next one I'd like to talk about is computational biology. Here in this field, the tendency is to gather large data set that needs to be analyzed and interpreted. So here it's really about gathering clever tools, learning tools to handle and compress big data. A big topic is bioinformatics. So the students will learn bioinformatics and statistical evaluation of data. And the skills, you can apply them then in different fields. So that includes neurosciences, ecology and evolution, plant science, genetics, principle of aging. That's again connected to the research at the University of Cologne that's strong in genetics, plant sciences, and zoology, and has some cluster initiatives on aging research and plant breeding as well. So in this specialization, similarly, there are mandatory courses which are computational biology and bioinformatics, and the rest is a wide range of courses to choose from. Another one is Earth System Sciences. So this is about studying the climate system, including all the spheres, so the geosphere, the atmosphere, hydrosphere, and so on. So here we have complex systems, complex processes that govern our changing climate, and this is a really interdisciplinary science beyond the computational aspects as well. So what you'll learn in the program, if you focus on this area, is numerical modeling for climate studies, but also weather forecasting or geophysical studies. And what's specific in this field also is we are gathering huge amount of data from many instruments, and here artificial intelligence or machine learning comes up as an important tool to connect with the research question that we have in Cologne, which are, for example, how can machine learning and artificial intelligence help exploit all the Earth observations that we have? Other research topics that we have are connected to Arctic amplification. We are asking why is the Arctic warming so fast, or how can we improve predictions of extreme high impact weather events? So these are topics in which master's thesis could be defined. And what main classes in this specialization are actually mainly a wide range of elective courses, such as studying atmospheric dynamics and modeling, or going in the field of experimental and numerical mineralogy or geophysics of the solar system. So showing that it's really the Earth system as a whole, not only climate or geophysics. And then finally, we have theoretical chemistry, which relates to quantum mechanics and computer science. And here also we have the topics of many particle systems, and you will learn clever approaches for efficient simulations. And the fields of chemistry include organic, inorganic, physical chemistry, and biochemistry. So there will be classes to choose from in these different topics. There is one mandatory course in this specialization, which is advanced theoretical chemistry, and the rest is, again, a large selection of elective courses. And the research in Cologne is strong in studying the electronic structure, calculations of atoms, molecules, clusters, polymer, solids, and the groups, the research group focus on method development, but also quantum chemical research and molecular dynamics. Yes, and so there's many career prospects with this type of study program, because you're gathering both skills in a specialization area, so that makes you an expert in a natural science discipline, but you're also gathering skills in computational and data science. So that makes it a broad study program. It also prepares for a doctorate within the specialization area, where modern research questions are very often including computational methods, so that makes you a good candidate for PhD studies. But if you don't want to be in academia, it qualifies you also for leadership positions and jobs within the IT sector due to your skills in computational and data science. And there's, yes, you can take courses in a startup center. So if you have innovative ideas and want to create your own company, you'll have support to do this. And I'll leave it to Joachim to more information. There's a QR code you can scan here for how to apply, and we'll give you more information.
Yeah, here. First, the admission requirements, what you need to bring along so that you can be part of the program. You need to have 21 credit points in math and or computer science. You need to know at least one higher programming language, Python, C, Fortran, etc. And you need to have at least 12 credit points in one of these 5 specializations that we offer. And then you can apply, and we would glad to, if you were to apply with us. The deadline is the 15th of July of each year. But if you come from abroad, meaning not from Germany, then you need to go through an agency called UniAssist, and therefore you need to have a preliminary review of your documents. It's called VPD. And you should start that process earlier or much earlier to that everything goes through in time. So it's a double-step process. You first contact UniAssist, and then you officially apply by the 15th of July. And And then here on the slides are more details, what you need to bring along with the submission. You can also read that up, and it's so I don't need to go into all of these little points. And here on the last slide, here are further information. I'm head of the master program, and Nikki, together with Nikki, Vera is also a key person in our lecture. Jörg is our program coordinator, and here are many useful links for information about our program. Okay.
I think we're done.
I think like we're done. Thank you for your interest, and I'll be certainly happy to answer questions later. Thank you.